I hadn't initially planned to film this video, but I posted a picture on Instagram of the new Anastasia artist palette, Anastasia Beverly Hills artist palette, and loads of you guys wanted to see a video, so I thought I would go ahead and do that. I didn't have eye makeup on yet either, so I was just like all ranched out today. So I went ahead and did that, and I did the eye look that's on my eyes in the demo and stuff like that will be towards the end of the video if you're interested in seeing how these performed upon first use, and then the look that I have on. So I'm happy with the way that the look came out. I didn't have a ton of trouble or anything like that, so that was awesome. And I used some of the matte shades as well. I tried to use, which is what I typically try to do in a first impression, I tried to use as many shades as possible. So the box that the palette comes in actually mimics the design on the palette itself. So there are 12, it says 12 high contrast shades ideal for creating custom looks and colors. Each shade is 0.25 ounces a piece, which it's an okay amount of product. I do know that I see a lot of 0.04 and 0.05 ounces of product in a lot of palettes, but these palettes here aren't too expensive, so that's how much you're getting in each shadow is 0.025 ounces, and there's 12 shades. The palette doesn't prop itself up, which I actually like because I tend to hold my palettes like this anyway, but it does have a mirror in there if you like mirrors in your palettes. And then here are the shades. When I get up close, I'll point out which ones are matte and stuff like that. It does come with a double-ended brush, which is quite functional. I did not use it, I used my normal brushes, but this one is actually, you know, fairly functional compared to a lot of the applicators and stuff that come in a lot of palettes. So a fluffy one, and then like a fluffy shader kind of on the other end there, which is it's a synthetic brush. The packaging is cardboard, and it magnetizes shut like so. The one that jumps out at you right off the bat is this yellow right here, and I could tell that it kind of had that deeper golden tone, so I did put down a white base where I was going to put that shade to really get the vibrancy out of it. And it's staying pretty vibrant, but I can tell it's fading ever so slightly even with that white on there. I packed it on pretty heavily to begin with, and then I did end up putting more on after I did the crease and stuff like that. It faded a little bit, so I packed it on pretty heavy. I know matte yellows can be quite tricky, but I did, it's pigmented, but it's kind of chalky feeling. But overall, I think everything performed really well. The one thing that was really evident when I was using these was when I put my brush in the pan, it tended to kick up a lot of product. So that's something to keep in mind. I did have some fallout with the shades. It wasn't like too much. Other than that, I feel like they performed quite well. I tried to use quite a few of matte because that's where I tend to have problems with shadows with my dry lids, is with matte shades. And I did blend two mattes together and underneath the brow and kind of through that higher crease area, and they blended out nice. So I was cool with that because that's where I tend to have the troubles. So let me zoom up close, read the shades off, and tell you which ones are matte, and then I'm going to give you guys some swatches. So here's the palette up close. From what I see, everything is showing up very true in the viewfinder, so that is good. You've got Dusty Rose, which is a matte, Aubergine, Anaconda, Punch Fuchsia, Buttery, which is a matte, Blue Velvet, which is a matte, Coal, which is a matte, Unicorn, which is one of those shades that has got those like larger glitter particles in it, which I don't think that, unless you really pack it on something sticky, I don't think those are going to probably stick. So I think the base of this color is for the most part matte. You've got Fresh, which is a matte, Baby I'm a Star, Orange You Fancy, and Beigely. So I would say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say there's 6 mattes. Even though there's glitter in this, I think it's gonna kind of go on the eye more as a matte. So let me go ahead and swatch these for you guys. Do these first 4. Right there. And then these guys. This one here kind of feels a little stiff, this black. A little bit dry, that one. Pigmented though. This periwinkle looking color, because I did not use that one, so I wasn't sure. That one's kind of lacking a little bit in pigmentation there, but there are those guys. Right there. So these guys are all for the most part kind of that matte, so you can kind of see them right there. And then these last 4 And that fresh shade and this Baby I'm a Star shade, they feel kind of dry as well. And then there's Orange You Fancy and Beigely right there. Hopefully you guys can see those. So there are the swatches. I did just swatch some of those for the first time, and I can say that the consistency of them, some are drier feeling, some are a bit chalky feeling, some are a little bit chunkier feeling, like this Baby I'm a Star, and some of them are quite smooth. Like this Dusty Rose is a really smooth matte, I found, and so was Buttery, where Coal over here was kind of a more stiff matte, although it was still pigmented. So hopefully those swatches were helpful for you guys. And I did purchase this at Sephora. I believe Ulta also has it, but the VIB sale is going on, so that's where I got it. Now, if you're interested in seeing the look that's on my eyes and how these kind of performed for me for the first time, you can hang tight and we'll get into it right now. So I already primed my eyes from the lash line to up underneath the brow with the RMS Uncover Up Concealer in 00, which is my favorite eye primer for my pretty dry lids. And I was looking at the palette, and I really want to use this shade right here called Fresh, which is kind of a deeper golden yellow color. And I know if I pack it on just that concealer alone, that it's not going to have its vibrancy. So I'm going to take this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and it's in the infamous Milk shade. And I'm going to use my ring finger here and just pick up some of that white product on there. And I'm going to put that on the inner 2/3 of my lid, because I want that yellow to be pretty vibrant. And I know it's not going to be without this white underneath it, so it's one of those type of colors. So I'm just going to pat it right there. Just some white on that inner 2/3 of the lid. Then using a Goss number 18 brush, which is just a flat shader brush, I'm going to dip into that Fresh shade, and I'm really going to pack it over that NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil color to try to get that vibrancy out of it. Yeah, that type of a yellow would have really turned dark on me if I'd never put that white down first. So let's pack this guy on here. That shade is a little dusty, but it went over that base pretty good. I didn't go all the way in the inner corners. I'm going to go into this Buttery shade right there with the side of that Goss 18 brush to, and then fade it into that Fresh color right here. And then give it a blend. And then for the rest of the lid there, I'm going to use the same brush. I just dusted it off again, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is called Orange You Fancy. And I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to put that on the outer part of the lid right here. And then fade it into that yellow color. To give you guys an idea of how kind of powdery they are, or like how much product they're kicking up in the pan, you can kind of see right there, hopefully, in that shot. I kind of went in knowing that I wanted to do that on the lid, and now I'm like, well, now what should I do? I think I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is called Aubergine, and it looks like a matte burgundy purple shade, and I'm going to go in with a Chikuhodo GSN 9 brush. It's a little flat shader. And I swear there's a cat hair stuck on my eyelash. I can like see it, but I can't grab it. It's one of those situations. So now I'm just going to take that Aubergine and put it right out here and bring it through this crease. About like that. Pick up a bit more product. And then I'm going to kind of angle it outwards. I have a feeling I'm going to have to intensify that yellow afterwards too, but just a shape like that. I do have some fallout, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe that off right away because that is a darker color. I had a little bit of fallout with those other ones as well, but so that's what we got going on so far. Now I'm going to take a Chikuhodo GSN7 brush, which is like a large fluffy brush like this, and I'm going to go back into that buttery shade, and I got to blow this off because some of that dark color got in the buttery shade. These are kicking up quite a bit of product in the pans here. Yeah, so we're going to go into buttery right here and put this underneath the brow. And bring it all the way in right here. Covering up almost all that other area. I'm trying to decide between Dusty Rose, which is a matte color, and then this Punch Fuchsia color, what to blend up with. We either want to be bright or more subtle. Bright or more subtle. Let's go bright, because like, why not? Goss 19 brush, which is a blender. And I'm going to go into Punch Fuchsia, which is this one right there. Pick up some of that on the tip of that brush, and I'm going to go right in front here. And then blend it on the very edge of that dark color. And start to fade it upwards. Yeah, I'm glad I went with the purple. I wasn't sure there for a moment, but I think I'm gonna like that. The birds are chirping outside, and it's so funny because when I woke up this morning at it was like, what, 6 o'clock in the morning, I looked outside and I was like slightly confused. The ground was pure white. It totally snowed last night. I could not believe it. Like white. Craziness. It's all melted now, thank goodness. But anyway, so we got some purple like that. And then I think I'm going to take just a dash of that Dusty Rose color on a Hakuhodo J5533 brush. Just a bit of this right here on that brush, and fade it just a little bit above that. Right there. Oh, that worked out good. I wasn't sure there for a moment, but it's looking like it's going to go good. A little bit more of that fresh shade and make this a little bit more vibrant right here. Yes, I really like this. I wasn't sure at first what was going to happen here, but that's what happened. I like it. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and finish up, put brows on, liner and stuff like that, and I'll be right back to put on some lips for you guys. I feel like I've got the perfect lip for this eye. I'm going to go in with NARS Velvet Lip Liner in the shade El Agua. If you can't get your hands on this lip liner, Clinique Sky Violet is a good one as well. I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips, and I'm going to kind of bring in that liner a bit as well. And then for lipstick, I just got this. I haven't even used it yet. Just took it out of the box for you guys. And this is the Clinique Pop Lip Color and Primer Rouge Intense Plus Base in number 16 Grape Pop, which I think is going to go with the purple in my eyeshadow quite well. So that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to go ahead right from the bullet and put this on. Oh wow, this is I've got a couple of these. This is the first time I've even put these on. This is... Oh my gosh, these feel nice, hey. What an impressive lipstick. I can see a little bit of an addiction going on with those things. Anyway, here's the overall finished look. I really like how it turned out. It was fairly easy, a little bit of fallout, quite a bit of kick up in the pans of the palette, but otherwise it was fairly easy, I think, and it's pretty. So anyway, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I will see you guys later. Bye.